Listen, I don't know what it is with limited releases. Like, this movie was only allowed to be played in theaters for 3 days for some reason, as if the film reel had to take days off or something. Bro, stop acting like a door. Well, this movie ended up being one of the Oscar-nominated animated features, and since I caught it back in December at this rundown Jersey theater, I'd figure I'd break it down before the big ceremony. Plus, I said I'd do more animes. Let me explain. Now, I was kind of surprised that only 6 anime films have ever been nominated at the Oscars, with only 1 winning, especially because a lot of people really liked Your Name last year, and instead they gave that spot to The Boss Baby, and then decided to make an American live-action version, with Mark Webb, where a Chicago kid goes inside a Native American girl. Yeah, there will definitely not be problems with this one. Well, Mirai is also the first non-Ghibli anime film to get nominated, so it's clear that this movie is a big deal if only they let people see it. So the story revolves around this kid named Kun, who somehow found a way to be more annoying than the Do the Roar kid.
Do the roar!
He has a brand new little sister who's named Mirai, which means future, but this kid wants to smash her so hard with his present so he can ensure that she doesn't have one. Obviously, his parents spoiled him with everything, so when a little sister comes around, he gets more jealous than Woody did with Buzz. But then you realize that the fantastical elements that the movie's going to show you are all a part of the kid's imagination. Like, he goes outside and ends up meeting this man who claims to be the prince of the house, yet he's walking around with a tail, and for whatever reason, the kid snatches the dude's tail like a furry and sticks it up his... cause anime. Like I said, it turns out that it's just his imagination of his dog, who at one point was the prince of the house and was getting all of the attention before this kid showed up. And so the movie becomes a series of interactions in order to help this kid realize that he shouldn't be Sid when he grows up. At one point, an older Mirai appears who sets him on a quest to put away the dolls that they have, since that tradition determines whether Mirai will get married sooner or not. There's the flashbacks with the parents, which I find funny because these parents throughout the whole movie are so confused as to why their kid is a little brat while they're sporting the "can I speak to the manager" cut. Like, forget the fact that Toys R Us went out of business because they bought this kid everything and spoiled him to death. Just look at how annoying his mama was as a kid. The boy has another flashback thingy where he interacts with his mom at his age, and they just book an entire shelf. They're snorting candy like they want to die young. They wrecked this place so bad a burglar would have been like, chill. And it just adds to the idea of cycles, and how this boy is carrying the same energy that his mom had at his age. But while some may see it as parallels, man, would I have gotten a whooping so hard I would have gone down 2 waist sizes. Like, this kid throws a toy tantrum that peeved me so bad in this movie. Like, I would have called DCFS just to have more hands to help me whoop this kid with. I mean, just look at how this kid walks. Walking like he has a street named after him. Walking like he just mansplained the definition of life to someone. Walking like he just corrected LME not knowing it was bait. Kun then has this big existential crisis as a 4-year-old where he comes to terms that he's not cute anymore, and that's why he's not getting the same attention from his parents as he was before. And he's absolutely right. Bruh, I didn't even realize how much this kid annoyed me until I was recording this video, which I guess just shows you how effective the writing is, you know? The lesson being to make sure your kid doesn't grow up to be a... okay, I'm not gonna transition. We then get the flashback dealing with the dad, which was pretty cool because it's not even the dad, but it's a younger version of his grandfather who served in the war and flew planes. Personally, this was my favorite one because it not only gave the kid a glimpse into a different time period, right, where he had someone who wasn't as spoiled as he was, but also gave him the confidence to take off his training wheels and pop wheelies like Meek with his boys, until he dives into his first and final flash forward. His last interaction ends up being with a future version of himself, who I guess he ends up becoming Billy Joe Armstrong, but he's walking through this train station and literally goes to the Lost and Found, where they hit this 5-year-old with...
You have lost something. You've lost your life.
Poor kid doesn't know his ABCs from his 1, 2, 3s, and he's about to go on this journey of self-discovery. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, this ending bit gets really interesting. We completely break down all rules dealing with time and space as an older Mirai takes younger Kun from this alternate timeline and enters that bookcase from Interstellar. Pretty much it's their index involving their entire family that they can tap into, a virtual ancestry.com if you will, and it's trippy. He gets extra glimpses of the most pivotal moments in his family's life, you know, things that altered their lives forever, and realizes that he isn't the first to face these problems that he's going through. It's just his turn. Like, he realizes this annoying baby will grow up to be his close friend when he's older. That this dog also had to leave his family in order to become their pet. That his mom isn't just being a dictator, but was actually just like him at his age. And of course, that he's crying about training wheels while his granddad didn't even have a leg. You then even even see the parents have the same epiphanies as they realize that they're also not alone as they're taking on these new challenges. And that's where Kun realizes that there's more to it than just having a new baby sister. That there's a whole family looking out for their future as well. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like I said, we had covered Genlock, which is an anime, more an American-based anime. You can check out that video here. But I do want to cover a bunch more. This one being nominated for the Oscars, obviously, came up for me. But I actually liked it more the second time around as we were editing the thing. I really liked the ending to it, even if the beginning, like I said, is one of the most annoying kids in a movie that I have seen. Oh my goodness. He's like up there with the Prodigy. But I'm curious to know what other animes you guys want us to do. I know My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist are ones that get brought up to us a lot. We do have a Dragon Ball Z one, if some people consider that anime. I know some people don't want to, but the Broly one, we'll be doing a video on that. But if there are any others, let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this movie, what you think should win the Best Animated category at the Oscars, if it even matters. All of that down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or you'll get spirited away.